Attention, how does attention…
Attention is just mental alertness. Mental alertness and awareness are two different things. Awareness is purely life. What level of intensity your life is functioning, that is the level of awareness you are. But mental attention, you can put it on and put it off. Your aliveness, you cannot put it on and put it off. It's on. What is the level of intensity is all there is. But mental attention, you can close it, isn't it? You can turn it on, you can turn it off, isn't it so? You can pay attention to something, you can withdraw your attention from something. Is it so? So that's a different dimension. That is the act of the mind. That is again not reality. It is just attention of the mind. It is the act of the mind. Mind can do many things, but it's of a different dimension. It is psychological. It is not existential. We'll leave it there. More questions? That's exactly what we went through just now. What's your name, I'm sorry? Huh? Kavita? We just went through that. You didn't pay attention. Huh? Okay. So right now, are you awake? First, are you alive? Yes. Next, are you awake? How awake? Awake enough. Awake enough to hear what I say. Awake enough to see where I'm sitting. Awake enough to know that this many people are around you, yes? Now that you're this awake, you're perceiving all these facts which are around you. You know this many people are around you, you know I am speaking, you know I am sitting here, all these things you're perceiving. How? Through what? Through your sense organs. Not only through your eyes, through your ears and certain amount of other senses also working. So through your five sense organs, you're perceiving right now. Because you're at a certain level of wakefulness, you're perceiving what is around you, at least the physical around you, yes? You don't know what is happening in the person who is sitting next to you, isn't it? You do not know what's happening in this man's mind, you do not know what's happening in that man's heart, you do not know what's happening in his energy, you don't know all these things. But at least the physical reality you have perceived, you are wakeful to that point. Suppose you feel little drowsy, then you find you don't know what I'm talking about. Did it happen? Suppose you feel little drowsy, what's happened? Your wakefulness has come to a lower grade. Because your wakefulness has come to a lower grade, do you see I am talking, but you are not perceiving? Yes or no? Ears are still open, isn't it? Nobody plugged it. Sound is definitely going and hitting the eardrums, isn't it so? What I speak is anyway going and hitting the eardrums or no? It is, but still you are not perceiving, because your wakefulness has gone one level lower than what it is right now. So if it can get lower, you can also get it higher, isn't it, logically? So, if your wakefulness move into higher and higher dimensions, if it has to get there, you have to crank up your energy. If your energy, life energy moves into higher levels of intensity, your wakefulness moves into higher dimensions of wakefulness. As your wakefulness moves into higher levels of dimensions, higher dimensions, your perception becomes clearer and clearer, and the penetration of your perception deepens. Once the penetration of your perception deepens, it changes the very quality of your experience. Right now you sit here, there's just a man sitting next to you. Suppose your wakefulness becomes such, everything that's happening within him you know right now. Now your experience of sitting here is very different, isn't it? Yes, sir. Make it clear? Now if you try to raise your wakefulness, it'll not happen. If you try to increase your perception, it'll not happen. If you try to widen your experience, it'll not happen. The only thing that is in your hands is, you can crank up the intensity of your life energies. You can only work on raising the voltage. You cannot work on increasing the light. Can you? Even physically, can you try to increase the penetration of light? But you can work on raising the voltage, isn't it? If you raise the voltage, all these other things will naturally…
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. There are many shrines in ashram where I have seen your footprints engraved in stone, and similar I have seen at my friend's place as. So I wanted to ask if are these your footprints, and what is the significance of having it at one's home?
I'm not that heavy that when I walk, I leave footprints on the stone. You know, in this culture, in this civilization, we've looked at the human body not just for its physiology, but for its energetic physiology. In yoga, as there is a physical body, there is a mental body and an energy body. Pranamaya kosha, it's called. So pranamaya kosha can be in many different ways. Out of these 72,000 nadis, even if a little over 20% is active, you can live fine. Nobody will know anything wrong with you. That's how wonderfully this is structured. If you're getting 20% mark, you still pass. This happened. Shankaran Pillai was taking an exam in United States. And he's in an entry-level exam for MSc in mathematics. But little, nothing much, he's not studied for this. So when he gave the test paper, he pinned $100 bill to the paper and wrote $1 for every mark, 100 out of 100. So when the test results came, the papers came back, he opened, dollars fell down. He had pinned only one bill, but many notes fell down. He picked it up and counted, it was 73 and a mark. So, the energetic body is such that even just a little over 20% is active, you will live a complete life. Neither you will know nor anybody else will know anything wrong with you. Fantastic, isn't it? What a gift. At 20% functionality, you'll feel you're fine. So what is the remaining 80% for? Out of these 72,000 nadis, what are they doing? There are many aspects of it, let me not go, let's just come to the feet. So if you activated your energies in a certain way, this is true even if you have not. Your hands, palms and so are always very active energy-wise. You will have much more intimacy with somebody just by holding hands rather than doing many other physical things. Just holding hands binds you like that because energetically there is a certain closeness in holding hands. Actually, when there is lust, there will be sexuality. When there is love, generally holding hands. Yes? Because even if you don't know anything about these things, instinctively you know this is how you feel close. This is why in this culture when we greet somebody, hands coming together does fantastic things. But instead of you Being 27% age, if you are closer to over 90% age or 100% or at least let's say 90 plus, then your hands and feet have completely different capability. It is from this context this has come that any sage, saint, yogi, anybody, you don't know nothing about him, but if somebody says he's a saint, you go and fall at his feet in this culture because you want to grab something. From there, we have come to this that anybody elderly means you touch their feet, father, mother, whoever else. Generally, in ancient India, people became worthy if they were nothing, if they have not achieved anything within themselves. People became worthy of being, bowed down to only after they've completed 5 solar cycles, which is you're approximately 60 years of age. Because by then life matures in a certain way, your energies have moved out of certain other areas of your body and little more concentrated in your hands and feet. So, the culture identified this and says, if there is an elderly person, you must touch their feet because there is a benefit. If there is somebody, a yogi, a saint, a sage or whatever you recognize as, you touch their feet. Or if you see a deity, you go touch their feet. You don't go hug a deity and kiss it, all right? You go touch their feet because that's where maximum receptivity or giving is there. So in that context, the feet or the imprint of the feet is created in different ways. You must talk to people who have these sannidhis at home, what it means to them and what it's done to them. The important aspect of it is something that would normally not be available to you physically, where you live, it is available to you. Otherwise, you'll have to go in search of that to a temple or some other place. But it's alive in your own house because it's consecrated in a certain way. Well, there are stone imprints with sacred ash filled in that. They're consecrated in a certain way. There is another one which is copper or brass foot, which is also consecrated. There's another one which is much more alive. If you want to use sannidhi like a temple in your house, not just for you, for people to come and then, experience that, then you put something like that.
Each of these videos is a construction, and whoever reaches the end is helping to sustain this work. If this content resonated with you, leave a comment, share it, subscribe, and of course, give it a like. Also, take a look at the links in the description. There are more paths for you to explore. Thanks a lot, big hug, and see you in the next video.